Angeles, what a night there for the Browns. 30-10 over the Panthers. Shedeur Sanders, 14-23, buck 38, 2 touchdowns through the air. Opportunity.
Shedeur Sanders kind of went out there and did everything that he was supposed to do to earn more reps. Preseason is to get out there, showcase your abilities, control, operate the whole offensive system from the play call, checks, different things, and then move forward.
My expectations have absolutely changed. Absolutely. My expectations have changed because a lot of what we're hearing from Cleveland has changed. Again,
the information that was out on Shedeur Sanders came from a lot of people that a lot of people trust and people think that are credible.
And it's that branding, bro, being a business, a walking business brand. He's a 5th-round pick, and he generated damn near well over $300 million already in merchandise sales.
They said he was hype. They said he was a surname. They said the league would humble him in 5 minutes. Then the lights came on in Charlotte. The pocket squeezed, and the kid wrote his name in NFL ink.
9 drives. We said 14-23, pair of touchdowns, no interceptions. Did take a couple of those, extended kind of drop and try to get himself out of trouble and out of pressure.
In his very first half of pro football, Shedeur Sanders faced Carolina speed, the league's doubt, and the weight of a last name people love to measure. And he answered with touch, timing, and 2 daggers to the same receiver, Kaden Davis.
It's a 3rd and long, and he delivers a strike. That's when it was kind of like, okay, that's a big NFL throw. Here he is back in his own end zone.
I love that one. Yeah.
Nice deep in cut. It's right on the money. That is a big-time NFL throw.
When the buzzer sounded on the second quarter, the haters had nothing left but moving goalposts. Tonight wasn't about a surname. It was about ball placement, calm under fire, and the kind of control that turns a preseason audition into a quarterback conversation.
Nice job picking up the blitz. Sanders throws, touchdown, Davis again.
And if you think this is just August fluff, ask yourself, if he'd stunk, would the timelines be quiet or dancing? Exactly. Let's talk about how Shedeur flipped the room, silenced the noise, and made QB1 sound a little less hypothetical and a lot more inevitable.
Completion here. This is Brendan Bates off play action, 25-yard catch. Nice throw with the defender kind of in the vision.
Yeah, he kind of had to throw that out of a well. He's kind of blind, did not have a clear view, and made a nice, accurate throw.
Finishes today 14-23, 138 passing yards and 2 touchdowns.
Start here. The Cleveland Browns didn't hand Shedeur the throne. They traded up in the 5th round, 144th overall, to get him. Not the 1st round, not a franchise coronation, just a flyer. If you listen to the loudest voices, that became the rallying cry. Maybe a project, maybe a package gadget, maybe a jersey seller.
How would you grade your performance today?
I would say a C+.
C+?
Yeah. It's passing. It's passing because we got the win. That's first and foremost, and that's extremely important, but,
Then camp started. Joe Flacco was the steady vet. Kenny Pickett and Dillon Gabriel took early reps. That left Shedeur fighting perceptions as much as cover shells. Injuries hit, hamstrings on Pickett and Gabriel. And suddenly the Browns handed Shedeur the Week 1 preseason start.
Shedeur was my 20th player. He's a 1st-round caliber player. Like, talent-wise, both those guys, I think, have a huge advantage over Kenny Pickett. Kenny Pickett has to be light years better.
He's an actual proven talent. He's proven that every single team you put him on, he becomes better.
Tyler Huntley was waiting in reserve. Flacco in a ball cap. That's not a gift. That's a timer. Because when the reps get rationed next week, the tape decides who eats. Tonight, Shedeur didn't need hype. He needed a window. And when it cracked open, he dove through.
Off the play fake, Shedeur Sanders into the traffic.
Man, listen, Shedeur we talked about it, Earl. He's talented. Like, he has all the talent and the ability you want. He has the leadership qualities you need.
He still broke records that your Pro Bowler and Super Bowl contestants haven't even touched in the NFL level.
This is where narratives crack. Does the rookie float something late? Or does he trust his feet, work his read, and deliver on time? Shedeur chose the latter. Cleveland dialed up a play that forced him on the move and demanded a calm wrist more than a cannon. He rolled, stacked his shoulders, and delivered. 7 yards later, touchdown. Opportunity rarely knocks twice in August, but Shedeur answered the first one and went hunting for another. You can fake hype. You can't fake far hash ball placement on the roll. On that opening score, his base stayed compact, release quick, ball exactly where only Kaden Davis could grab it. That's not adrenaline. That's craft. The little details that separate nice story from NFL quarterback. Look close on replay. You'll see his eyes snap to the flat, hold the hook curl defender just long enough, then knife it in before the window closed. That's processing. That's patience. That's refusing to let the moment speed you up. That throw told everyone, he's not a tourist. He's here to run the show. But one score isn't a knockout punch. The next drive turned his debut into a statement. 5 plays, 60 yards. Shedeur operating like a vet in a 2-minute drill. The highlight? A 30-yard moonshot on the move, dropped into a bucket, snatched one-handed by Lake Faraya down the right sideline. That's where arm talent meets rhythm. That's where off-platform footwork becomes a weapon. Carolina closed off the first red in the red zone. Shedeur didn't blink, worked through, found what he wanted, and finished the drive with another strike to Kaden Davis, this time from 12 yards. Not brute force, nerve control. And just like that, Cleveland was up. The Panthers were on their heels. And all those April hot takes, on ice. You don't stumble into a drive like that. You command it. And when a rookie commands a drive in August, coaches lean forward. Reps shift, depth charts wobble, locker rooms notice. By halftime, the numbers told their own story. 11 for 18, 103 yards, 2 touchdowns, plus 19 on the ground. Browns up 14-7. That's not a sugar rush. That's sustained execution. Ball came out on time. Red zone didn't swallow him. Pressure met movement, not panic. Tight windows saw sharper accuracy. If you came for fireworks, you saw something better. A quarterback managing chaos and manufacturing clean throws. And yes, it's preseason. That cuts both ways. If he'd thrown a pick, you'd have heard a chorus about being overmatched. The same people don't get to downshift his success just because it doesn't fit their script. Meanwhile, the internet was already lit. Shedeur Sanders posted, "Yes. Oh, yes." After the first TD, came back with, "Oh yeah, what now?" after the second. That's not just a proud dad. That's Coach Prime clocking it. LeBron James praised Shedeur's composure and killed the only preseason chatter in one post. Those aren't just compliments. They move the conversation from echo chamber to mainstream. They force coaches to answer questions. They put film into teaching tapes. Strip away the last name. Talk quarterbacking. We saw timing on flats, layered touch on the deep shot, controlled pace in the red zone, feet that stayed disciplined under heat. That's grown man football. And we saw a cultural moment, a young black QB dismissed as a marketing product, walking into his first NFL half and answering with craft, not chaos. The goalposts move fast for guys like him. Flashy gets used where composed should live. Brand gets used where student belongs. Tonight, he hijacked those words. No circus scrambles, no panic throws. Just decisiveness, calm eyes, and footballs that arrived exactly where they needed to. Now the Browns' next decision looms. Officially, it's process. Unofficially, reps are currency, and Shedeur just printed some. Flacco still wears the pencil crown for QB1. Pickett and Gabriel will return. Huntley's the insurance. But when coaches script next week's practice, the rookie who stacked 2 clean TD drives is getting a longer look. More first red throws, more play action keepers, more deep over timing reps. He didn't need to win September tonight. He just had to make tomorrow impossible to ignore. Mission accomplished. 2 more precise outings in August? Suddenly, the QB room feels like an actual competition he can win. Not because of a last name, because of the tape. That's the point. In August, preseason is supposed to strip you bare. Leave only the truth. And the truth tonight? Shedeur didn't sell hope. He delivered execution. He took a shaky first drive and built. He turned a gift field position into a grown man throw. He engineered a signature series, dropped a moonshot, found his guy twice in the end zone. The stat line was clean. The eyes were steady. The building took notice. So when someone shrugs and says only preseason, treat it like what it is, a bad cover for a stale take. Because if this is the floor for a 5th-round rookie in his first NFL action, What's the ceiling when the playbook opens and the chemistry locks in? Tonight in Charlotte, the volume finally went down. Haters can't say a word when the film says QB. This is the Huddle HQ. Thanks for watching. Like, subscribe, and I'll see you for the next NFL update.